Hello, and this is Wusik DrumSequencer 1, so I also call this Wusik DRS1. And this is a project that I'm offering for free for Wusik Station version 10 users. So any user who pre-order Wusik Station version 10 is going to get a free copy of this. If you don't receive one, just contact me through support on the website. Give a proof of purchase, and you're going to get a free copy. And this has several different things that makes this very unique and fun to use. Right now, I'm running in full screen in my sequencer. In this case, is Studio One. So if I close the window, I can open the interface again, or I can run it in a smaller window if I want. Of course, if it's too small window, it's not going to be very very good. But there you go. Let me run in full screen again because it's easier to see things. And the idea here is that we have 8 tracks and 4 variations, A, B, C, and D. So we have 16 steps times 4 variations for a total of 64 steps. So let me play this pattern that I was creating before. So you can see that it has all the 4 variations and 64 steps. And the greatest things about the codes that you also have the option of double steps. So let me play the hi-hat only. So you can hear that we have double steps. So it's a 1/32 step, while the other steps are 1/16. We also have 8 outputs. So we have output from 1 to 8. And in the case of one here, I don't know what's going on here. It's just Studio One doing that. I have to check. This is still beta version, so don't panic. Some bugs still needs to be fixed. So I'm running the first 4 outputs. So output number 2, I put the reverb, and output number 3, I add a delay. So you can see the delay is on output 3 here. And output 2, I put a big reverb just to test it out. And I also have the same thing I did for the Beat 707 project. It's beat707.com. I did several sequencers that, but in Arduino format hardware. I did this mirror mode. So this letter M here allows me to edit all the 4 variations with one screen. So as I'm going here, let's say I put here another step for the snare, let's say. Let's say I add this. So this is going to add on all the 4 variations at the same time. So let me start a new pattern here. We have 64 patterns a total. I have some options for the pattern, like the maximum number of steps, maximum number of variations, and also the option for next pattern. So you can create a song just using that. You tell how many times you want the pattern to loop, and the next pattern that's going to be played. In this case, it's the same number at the pattern, so it stays in the same place. So if I click, hold, and drag the mouse up or down, it starts adding the steps, so it's easier to just add stuff like that. Let me turn mirror on, so all the four variations are going to be affected. I have some options like fade in, fade out, and stuff like that, and also double steps. So I already added to the four variations. So let's say now I want to add on the last variation something different. I just disable the mirror mode, select the variation I want, and I'm going to do a quick fade in with some double steps on the end. So let's play the variation A, B, C, and there you go. And the same thing I can do, let me turn mirror on again. On the kick variation, I just click and hold. And I can do the same thing for the snare. Oh, that's not snare, sorry. So that's very easy to edit. You have the accent line track, sorry, the accent track on the bottom, but you can disable the accent if you want. You just click on the accent letter A for the track and it disables the accent line. There's also reverse, volume, panning, attack and decay for the sound, and also the speed of the sound. It's going to adjust the speed so you can make the sound faster or slower, adjusting the pitch in this way. You also have the mute and solo tracks. There's the help inline here that has all the information on how to edit, how to use the keyboard to edit the steps too. You can see there's three red areas here that allows you to edit the step. So the bottom arm is going to edit both steps you have. If you have double steps, or you can edit just the left or the right step if you want. And clicking just cycles between regular step, double step, only the last double step, and off. And in settings, we have some interesting things. Also have the help here in the settings, so you know what everything is. You have the full screen option on and off, internal beats per minute, and the clock matrix. And this can lead to the experimental things, because this is the clock that my code uses and where is going to trigger the regular step and the double step. So is 1 by 512 for each of these sticks, and you can adjust the out. So let me play just the hi-hat here. And I start adjusting the timing. I make it very dramatic so you can hear that it actually changed something. I'm just editing the second regular step. And you can see hear what's going on. I also have undo and redo. I can undo what I just did. So if I change something, I can undo what I changed. And the thing about this clock thing, I was going to say something. Now I don't remember what it is. I forgot about the settings, the clock matrix. Well, anyway, you can create some swing using it, and it's also not going to be off tempo if you edit all the values, because the grid is always going to be played by the code from start to end. So it just changes when the steps are going to happen. So even if you mess around a lot, it's not going to change the synchronization with any other thing that you are doing. So let's go back to the settings. We also have some clock trigger options. By default, it's just the stop button, or you can use nodes on and off. When you select node on and off, node on is going to start the sequence, and a node off is going to stop. Node on play once is going to play the sequence, the pattern from start to finish, and it's going to ignore the node off. And you can also send 132 nodes that's going to advance the clock. So it's going to ignore the clock matrix and is not going to use any internal clock. Just the nodes are going to define what happens. So you can do a live playing of the nodes and add some swing to it and use it as a clock for the sequencer. And a velocity lower than 20 is going to reset to the start of the pattern. Or you can select the other option that velocity above 120 is going to reset the sequencer. Is going to go back to the start of the pattern. And the 160 nodes on and off is going to use the node on and the node off to go from one step to the other. So it's very handy. You can do some very crazy things with that. And the remote pattern is just some options to change the pattern using note number or MIDI controllers. And well, there's some other things that I want to talk about, but this video is already getting a bit long. But you can see that this is the beta version. I'm going to be putting this online just before I upload this video, and I'm going to send the links to everybody who purchased Wusik Station 10, who pre-ordered Wusik Station 10, either from the group buy or just by pre-ordering it. So I hope you guys appreciate this as my thank you for believing in my work. And by next week, I'm going to resume my work on Wusik Station 10, and I hope to have it ready, or at least a beta version or early beta version very, very soon. So that's it for this video, I guess. Thanks for watching.